Episode 3725, maybe you're supposed to feel stuck.
Moms, it's time to rediscover, rejuvenate, and renew who you are in mind, body, and spirit. Welcome to Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie, the show to help you do just that. Here's your host, certified life coach, personal trainer, and nutritionist, Christiane Wargo.
Happy day. It's hump day, and that means it's Wellness Wednesday, and hope you are ready to get your health and wellness on because you matter, my friend. And if you don't take care of yourself, no one else will. But sometimes when life happens, well, maybe you're supposed to feel stuck. For those of you who are brand new to Create Your Now, welcome to this incredible family. I'm so delighted of your presence. If you already even had the opportunity, you want to head on over to createyournow.com where you can learn more and sign up for the Kisses newsletter, the Keep It Simple strategy, everyday solutions to live, love, and impact. Well, this episode is brought to you by AIM, inspiring connection and community. You know, healthy living is a lifestyle, but unfortunately, life doesn't always come with a manual, does it? It'd be nice if it did. We might be able to figure out things faster. I mean, how can you juggle everything and fail at nothing? When seasons keep you stranded and the feelings of unaccomplishment drown out the hope, maybe you're supposed to feel stuck. And not in a manner that holds you back, but one that propels you forward. You see, the feeling of being stuck doesn't come from what you don't know. You're stuck because of what you know. You want something that you know you should have and goals to be reached. However, it does not come without a cost. And the same goes for healthy living. You know what you need to do, but in the season that you're in, sometimes it's not about what you know. It's about what you don't do. Let that sink in for just a minute. I know for me, life has been kind of crazy. In summertime, you think, slow down, but actually we speed up. Why? Because we want more of what we don't have the other 9 months of the year. We want to have that freedom feeling, that feeling of like, I can just do whatever because we're not tied to a schedule. And maybe you've got travel ball or a few things like that, but nothing like it is during the school year. Or maybe you're at the point where your kids are all gone and you're like, yes, freedom, right? And you start singing the song and you're like, yes, that's where I want to be. How backwards, though, is your life? And how can it be that when we try and figure out all the nitty-gritty of how we want to live? And then all of a sudden, life happens. That season pops up, that distraction, that project, that person, right? Whatever it is. And you're like, how can I get to where I want to go? Because it seems like when I go 4 steps forward, it's only like 10 steps back. I'm not gaining anything. You can choose to live in your excuses, or you can accept where you are so you can move forward. And maybe that's why you're supposed to feel stuck. Maybe that feeling isn't about because you can't do something. It's because you can. And so instead of allowing that to control you, of saying, I'm just so stuck, I just don't know what to do, there's just so much weighing down on me, it might be that kick in the pants to realize you got what it takes. What's lacking are the actions. So guess what? Take aim. That is your Kiss to Keep It Simple strategy. Take aim. Action ignites motivation. What can you do today to mute what doesn't matter and magnify what does? You know, I was taking my notes, and sometimes I surprise myself because when I write this, I'm like, well, wait, I got to take a note on this for myself. And I write other Post-it notes and I put it on my mirror. You know, I tell you to do that, but actually I do it too. And I'm getting my house put back together now. And so I feel like I have a lot more control, not that we ever have control, but I do get to place things now where I want them, which before I felt like I was living in a construction zone, and I was. Renovating a house is not an easy thing to do, but oh my goodness, it is so worth it. It is so beautiful. I love our brand new home. But if you look at what you accomplish in your everyday, it takes action, not just thoughts. And sometimes what happens is we have the thoughts, we kind of want the action, but our feelings are what holds us back. And then we just use that as an excuse. So instead of allowing yourself to get wrapped up in your feelings, why not allow that to push yourself? Why not flip the script on yourself? Maybe that's why you're supposed to feel stuck, is because you do know what you need to do. So what can you do today to mute what doesn't matter and magnify what does? In other words, what do you need to make bigger in life when it comes to healthy living? I don't care if it's you want to lose weight. I don't care if it's you're working on a wedding and you're like, yeah, I've got to be a little bit more buff and I got 2 months to go. I got this. You just want to feel healthy. You want to feel good in your body when you put on that dress or when you put on that suit, whatever you're going to wear, right? You want to feel good in it. Maybe it's something that it's like, okay, yeah, I want to lose weight, but it's not about that. It's really a lifestyle. I know I've got another 40, 50 years on this earth and I've got to live it well. What does that look like in my everyday? When you take what you think is holding you back and say, no, I'm going to allow it to propel me forward, that's when everything shifts. So how do you take aim when it comes to healthy living? How do you magnify what does matter? Number one, and before I jump into that, let me tell you this. I want you to look at this and hear this as if you never heard me talk about this, okay? I want you to think about, how does this apply to me right now in this moment, the now? Don't think about 10 years ago. Don't think about 2 weeks from now. I want you to think about the present moment. How does it apply to you right now? Don't give yourself the excuse to say, well, I'm going to work on that Monday. No. Hump day is a great day to start. Any day is a great day to start, right? You know the saying, when's the best day to plant a tree? 20 years before, you thought about when is the best day to plant a tree, honestly. But actually, the best time to plant a tree is right then. I know I planted a tree. In fact, since we moved here, we've been here now 7 years, I think I've planted 5 actual trees, some ornamental. So they're only going to get about 6, 7, 8 feet, and some they're going to get 20, 30 feet or bigger. And there was one area I was like, oh man, I really wanted to plant a tree there, but I didn't because of just the space that we had in the yard and the layout. And now looking back at it just about a week ago, I was like, I should have planted that tree. I just should have done it. And so I don't want you to look at this as to what you should have done or what you could do. It's what you can do now. What happens now? So number one, cultivate social connection. This is where you are connecting with other people to really keep what you want to do alive within you. It's also a form of accountability, right? So you want to nurture meaningful relationships and social connections by engaging in activities that create community support, right? Where you gain support and a sense of belonging. Joining a fitness group or attending wellness workshops. Maybe it's being a part of Kairos when we open that up here in the next couple of weeks. Volunteering in your community or participating in group classes can not only enhance your social support network, but it also provides opportunities for personal growth, connection, and shared experiences that enrich your overall well-being. Right? This is about, okay, I'm hanging out with people who want the same thing I want, and that encourages you. Right? A lot of times we're hanging out with sometimes the wrong people. And if the wrong people want the wrong things and we're like, well, but they're kind of where I'm hanging out, what do you think is going to happen to us? We're going to stray away. So networking with people who want the same things, especially when it comes to your health, is great. Now, here's the thing. Think about it this way. You don't have to hang with these people with everything that you do. You may have some fitness people that you're like, I love how they live their life when it comes to their health. So maybe you go on walks with them, or you go out to eat once in a while, or maybe you have a fitness class, whatever the class, whatever it is. But what happens is you also have other friends to fulfill other connections. Okay. Here we're talking about your wellness and your well-being. Okay. Now I will say this, when you're looking at your well-being, don't hang out with people that are going to put you down all the time. If you've got one of those kind of friends or couples or whatever it is that are just like, you really shouldn't be doing that. What were you thinking? I mean, come on. I mean, really, get in with the reality of life. Like, you're just kind of too far-fetched here. You shouldn't be doing this. If you're getting only negative, I would ask you to revisit why are you hanging out with them. And I mean that honestly and with the most compassion ever, because sometimes we're hanging with the wrong people and it really does disturb our own thinking deep in our subconscious. We don't realize it until we take the time. And then when we take the time, it's like, oh man, I'm too deep in the relationship. So how do I kind of push back a little bit. You don't have to be negative. You don't have to be rude to them. You can simply tell them, no, I'm not interested in going out. You don't have to give them a reason. It's just that right now, the reason for your season is they're not in it. And that's okay. Having boundaries for your well-being matters. So cultivate that social connection that helps you in where you want to go and what you want to gain. Number 2, practice mind-body techniques. So explore those mind-body practices such as maybe yoga, Pilates, meditation, Tai Chi, or mindfulness to really cultivate awareness. Allow yourself to relax, truly relax, not just when you lay down and you put your head on the pillow and you're like, oh, and then you crash in 2 minutes because you're exhausted. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when you go to the movies or you're binge watching your favorite show at home, or maybe you're playing with your kids. You might be exerting some energy, but your body feels relaxed. And I know that kind of sounds like opposites, but that's what you need. When you have this mind-body practice as to, okay, I've got the harmony that allows me to be present, that's balance. And these practices can help you tune into your body's signals. It allows you to reduce stress and enhance that mental clarity, what you need to do what you want to do, to go reach for the stars, to dream your dreams, to raise your kids the way you want to show up for your grandbabies the way you want to be the mom. And it also helps to foster a deeper connection between your mind, body, and spirit. That is essential because you are wired together. And when you incorporate mind-body techniques into your routine, it can complement your physical health efforts and promote a holistic approach to well-being, which means it's a lifestyle. And that's really ultimately what you want. It's not about, oh, I'm just going to do this for 20 days. I'm only going to do this for 10 days. Do you really want to live on a diet the rest of your life? Why not change the word diet and the meaning of the word diet? Not as in I'm restricting myself, but I am living in this manner. Big difference. Practice mind-body techniques. And then finally, number 3, set intentions and reflect regularly. Take time to set those meaningful intentions for your health journey, where you're going, where you're headed, and reflect regularly on your progress, the challenges that you come across, and the achievements too. Celebrate the small things. When you set intentions, it clarifies your goals and motivates you to take purposeful actions towards them. And when you reflect, it allows you to gain insights. Maybe it's like, oh gosh, I really failed here, but that failure taught me a lesson and I can learn from that. And then you can adjust your approach as needed. By consciously and proactively setting intentions and reflecting on your journey, you then are cultivating a sense of purpose, direction, and growth in the pursuit of healthy living. And guess what? Your mind, body, and spirit will thank you for it. You have one body, one mind, and one spirit. Are you willing to take care of it? And that's a serious question I'm asking you, because a lot of times we're not. We just do whatever. It's like, oh, well, it's here on the shelf. It must be good for me. Have you ever gone to a healthy food store? Okay, just hear me out here for a minute. I'm not going to name any names as to where you shop or where you can go, but you go into the supposedly healthy food stores and you go to that aisle and you're standing in an aisle of processed foods. I'm sitting here going, why are there processed foods in a health food store? This doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Now, there are some things that you can do and break down into little things, but let me tell you, if you're making that tasty mac and cheese out of a box, I don't care if it says organic or not, where the cheese comes from, it is processed and it is not healthy living. Just saying, and I love mac and cheese, but it doesn't love me. So think about that, right? What are you doing to put forth your healthy lifestyle? Are you making the decisions that work for you? And guess what? You may stray from them here and there. You go on vacation. Great. You go to another country and you want to taste all these great things and you eat out all the time. But instead of eating big meals, start doing more like a share meal. I'll eat 5 bites, you eat 5 bites. Then we get to try more things. And that means maybe we're eating 6 times a day, but we're still only spending money on really 2 full, complete meals that we would normally eat. Be creative in your healthy living. The lifestyle that you want. Life does not have to be so complicated and confusing. It doesn't. Maybe you're supposed to feel stuck. So you know that you have what it takes to get you to where you want to go and live your healthy life. Go in peace. Be present. Be incredible. Be you. I love you so very much. I cannot wait to see you on the other side. Blessings, hugs, and lots of love. We'll talk to you real soon. Have a glorious, blessed day. Bye-bye.
Feeling inspired, ready to train for life and love your journey? Visit createyournow.com for more incredible resources to help you along the way. We'll see you next time on Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie. And remember, always be sure you consult your physician before beginning any health and fitness plan.